in addition to in my marriage, I have the mantra of I'll always be good to Amanda. In my life, and the thing that I'm literally teaching my kids is like, you got to do stuff that scares you, because oftentimes, and this is not something I coined, but like the best things in life are like on the other side of fear, as I think Will Smith said, actually. In my life, the things that scared me the most that I actually went and did, like being a Navy SEAL, there's so many tests you got to take through SEAL training. They're horrifying. They're like so scary, but I did them and I accomplished those things. And each time you get through those scary test gates, your confidence grows, like your knowledge and experience grows. And I've just become someone that, like, even if I kind of don't want to do it, I'll like push myself to do something that makes me so fucking uncomfortable. Like, for example, in a week, I'm going to step on stage with a mic in front of 1,300 people.
1,300 people?
and tell stories.
That's a lot of people.
It's in front of 1,300 people?
Yeah, it sold out Paramount Theater downtown Austin.
You sold it out?
Yeah.
But it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Is it just you?
Oh, yeah. I told Nick and my team, I said, it's important for the first show to be all on me. I don't want a highly produced show. I want it to be like, give me a mic and a stage.
Obviously, you know what stories you're going to tell and everything, and you've rehearsed this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
Oh, terrified. But that's why I'm doing it. Like, literally, that's the reason. I am scared to do a big public speaking event, so I'm doing a big public speaking event.
But it's impressive.
I'll be psyched about it when it's done. Right now, I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, you've been through so much already. To me, this seems like this would be an easy thing. It's like, oh yeah,
it'll
I
be
could
great.
It'll be great. It'll tell a story.
It'll be good. And there is some truth to that. I think that, like, you know, in my moments of insecurity about this event, because I've known about this for months and months, you know, I do remind myself that I have literally done things that are life and death at times.
Yes.
I've gone through the breach, you know, and I've also done public speaking, not a lot of it. I've spoken like 50 people like a couple times, but you know, I think that like a lot of stuff that scares us is actually not nearly as scary as it seems. And I think that that's what I'm almost addicted to, is like, I like doing things that other people assign a high level of fear to, or a high level of risk to, you know, like I'm literally drawn to those things. I think naturally, I think it led to some bad behaviors when I was younger. I was drawn to stuff that was like risky, but in a bad way. But then as I kind of course corrected my life, I began gravitating towards these challenges and things that like were terrifying or carried a high amount of risk with them, but I just wanted to do them. But like in my brain, it's a combination of, I don't want to fucking do this at all. And that's why I want to do it. And so I'm totally torn at all times. And then as soon as I do it, like I have to find a new thing to do that's also scary. And so that's how I'm wired. And I've been able to harness it to help grow, you know, my end of the business. And I'm preaching it like crazy to my kids. Like water parks are a big thing.
Yeah.
That's our vacation or water parks. And my oldest is like obsessed with slides, like water slides. She's always on YouTube, like watching different slides, like in Dubai or whatever. But then we get to the parks and she's like super nervous about all the slides. You know, she seems really confident and she doesn't want to do it. And I'm like, you got to do things that scare you, buddy. You got to do it. And she'll like say it to herself. She's like, yeah, I got to do things that scare me. And she'll do the slide. And it's like at the end, she's like glowing. Yeah. She's like, I can't believe I did that. And so it's like rubbing off on her, you know?
I think public speaking is like the most common fear.
Oh, people are like, I'd rather die than speak in public. You know, it's like, I'm not a public speaker. I am in a studio by myself speaker, but
you're going to do great.
Oh, thank you.
I heard a quote that was, turn nervousness and anxiety into excitement, because they're very close emotions. Yeah. But excitement just has like this positive over and undertone.
True. I think that I think it was like Michael Phelps maybe.
Was it him that said it?
I think so, because someone asked him, how are you able to stay so calm given like the stakes of what you're doing? And he's like, well, nervousness and excitement are kind of the same emotion. And my coach tells me to just like turn your nerves into excitement. And that's what I do. And it's like, really? So it's that simple, but it's like, that's why you're a world-class Olympic athlete, because you can do that.